U.S. President Donald Trump is again taking his fight directly to the people of the United States.
I think it's a sad day. I think our security is at risk today, and it will be at risk until such time as we are entitled and get what we are entitled to.
Trump argues the U.S. desperately needs the travel ban to protect against a terrorist attack. He is openly frustrated that attorneys for the states of Washington and Minnesota have so far been able to block his push to keep immigrants from 7 mostly Muslim nations and refugees from Syria from coming to the United States.
I don't ever want to call a court biased, so I won't call it biased. And we haven't had a decision yet. But courts seem to be so political.
3 judges from the U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco said they will not be issuing a ruling Wednesday after hearing arguments from both sides the day before. Legal experts say the judges appeared skeptical of the Trump administration's arguments, and much of the back and forth focused on whether the ban is simply a thinly veiled effort to keep Muslims from entering the United States.
I have trouble understanding why we're supposed to infer religious animus when in fact the vast majority of Muslims would not be affected as residents of those nations.
Your Honor, the case law from this court and the Supreme Court is very clear that to prove religious discrimination, we do not need to prove that this order harms only Muslims or that it harms every Muslim. We just need to prove that it was motivated in part by a desire to harm Muslims.
Trump's executive order was issued on January 27th and instantly led to chaos at U.S. airports that were followed by widespread condemnation at home and abroad. But the U.S. president, less than 3 weeks into his term, is convinced the law is on his side and that his order is for the safety of the United States.
Believe me, I've learned a lot in the last 2 weeks, and terrorism is a far greater threat than the people of our country understand. But we're going to take care of it. We're going to win.
In talking about the confusion that Trump's mandate created, the president said he acted quickly to keep, quote, potential threats from pouring into the United States. If the administration loses its federal appeals case, it can always take it to the next level, the U.S. Supreme Court. Sean Callebs, CGTN in Washington.